Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Armchair Pundits. How you doing, Lamont? How you doing, Bevan?
Doing really good, bro. Really good.
Yeah, I'm good, brother. All good. All good over here. Yourself?
Okay. Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna
alright,
have to
I'm
change.
alright. I'm alright.
I'm gonna have to change up these greetings. No, I'm not asking how you are. I'm still vexed with you. To be fair,
Because we're friendly.
yeah, right. That friendly
Listen,
weren't no friendly. You're not meant to treat your fellow Premier League team like that. You know what I mean?
listen.
A little bit of
It's
respect.
I enjoyed it as much as I know it's a friendly, and it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. But we still beat Man United, and any win over Man United or Arsenal, because we beat Arsenal too. It was a friendly,
See
but
that? See
it's a
that?
win. A win's a win. But obviously, I'm not silly. We go to Old Trafford in 4 weeks, and
Yeah,
that's the game. That's the game that matters.
yeah, it's true.
So it was good to win, and I'm happy we won. But it's meaningless, really, really
Yeah,
and
to be
truly.
honest, I looked at Salah in that game, and he looked like he was firing. He was all over the place.
But like I said to you earlier, it's playing against a 17-year-old.
Agreed.
So if he's not doing that against a 17-year-old, then your thoughts about him and the Samson hair might have been real, bro.
Yeah. Man's strength gone. He lost all his strength for real. Well, we'll see anyway. I think, what's your first game? City?
Now Ipswich.
No.
Oh, Ipswich, sorry.
Yeah.
Ipswich. Okay.
12:30 kickoff on Saturday as usual, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Pre-season has been good for us with slot ball, but it all starts for real in 2 weeks' time.
Okay. Can't wait, man.
But
Can't wait. Excited.
without any further ado, this episode we are looking at our squads and seeing a player that we would take from either a rival or just anyone in the Premier League. So we will
Excluding
pick,
City.
excluding City, we pick one player that we would want to pick from any of the other 19 teams. And we'll discuss others along the way that we considered, but we'll then have to pick one for each team. So, without any further ado, Monts, who is the player that you're going to take from another team to join Man United?
Okay, so yeah, I definitely done some comprehensive, research looking at certain teams. There's some teams that I didn't even open up their team sheet. I'm not interested. I don't want, even if they've got the best player in the league. I don't want him. I'm not going to say what the team is, who the team is, because people are going to start digging me out again. So you know what I mean. I've got no alliances to anybody. But what I will, you're right.
I don't know.
Because certain man just smiling at me like that.
No, I want to know who from Tottenham who's going to pick, bro.
Yeah,
Who's going to take from the squad? Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But who from Tottenham is the best player in the world?
And that's what I was wondering.
All jokes aside, though, I know looking at United's squad, I feel like even during pre-season, tail end of last season, I could see that there was two gaps that I feel like needed filling. One was centre midfield. Even though we got the mighty Kobe Manu in there and we got Bruno, but I feel like we needed someone else that was going to solidify, the defensive side of things, and just kind of block and help with some of the clearances and just fill in when we were under the cosh a little bit, and also looked at filling in the striker role, which everyone knows we really struggled with last season. We had Ramos up front, Ramos Højlund. I don't know who said he was going to be the next big thing. We still got to work on him. I get it, and he's going to get his chance. He scored 10 goals in and around that in his first haul. It's not a bad turnaround, I guess, for someone just being introduced into the league, and he's quite new. But I would say that he needs either competition or just a direct replacement. Do you know what I mean? But for now, obviously he's still in the squad, so we'll see if we can get someone in to help him out. And I looked at Ollie Watkins, to be honest with you. Ollie Watkins, for me, he had a massive season. I like him as a player. I think I've said it on a couple of previous recordings that, we should look to him as a conventional number 9. In the box, fox in the box. He can turn games around.
He's more than that, though, really, because he does the channels as well. Obviously, last season, sorry, he did less of the channels. That's the reason why he got more goals. But yeah, I think he's more than a fox in the box. But that's a good choice, to be fair. So is that your number one choice, or were you thinking of others as well?
I
If that's
did
your
think
choice,
of
that's your choice. That's cool.
Wait, hold
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Wait. What happened to Ivan Toney, bro? I thought you was looking. I thought you wanted him at United. I thought that was.
I did want Ivan
Yeah.
at United,
Oh, okay.
but we're not employing any fraudsters. You know
Oh,
what I mean? So unfortunately for him, he
Oh
missed it
wow.
just by that. But truth be truth be told, Ollie had a good haul last season. Do you know what I mean? He
Mm.
bagged a lot of goals. I don't know if it's down to management, but his style of play definitely suited what Villa were about last season. And I feel like if he was in a United squad last season with all the chances that were created by a poor Bruno, by the way, who had the same stats as Adi Fraud, I feel like we would have had a massive turnaround in results.
Okay. Okay. So, Bevan, who would you put into Man United's team?
into United's team, I would. I hear what Lamont's saying about a striker, but I think that there needs to be something in midfield.
Mm.
Personally, I think I was thinking about Bruno Gomes, but I think everyone was going to want him, and I throw a wild card in there. Sandro Tonali coming back off of his ban.
Okay.
He was doing well for Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool. Wow, that is a mistake. he was doing well for Newcastle before he had his ban, and I think in the midfield next to Kobe.
Yeah, very
Kobe,
tenacious. Very tenacious, to be
That's
fair.
not a bad shout, actually.
Yeah, I didn't even think about him. I did think of Bruno when I said DMs, to be honest.
Yeah, you got to mix it up. You got, you know what I mean? Throw new names out there, and he was a forgotten name, and on quantity as well. So I think he could do something well for you. To be honest,
What are
but
you thinking,
do you know
James?
what though?
Go on, sorry, babe.
I forgot that. How long is Rasmus out?
6 weeks.
Yeah.
6 weeks.
That's probably about 5. It's probably five now. Or coming up to 5 now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Maximum
mad at.
6 weeks.
I'm not mad at your the Ollie Watkins shout. To be honest, because it would give as backup, or to have Rasmus as backup, or he's still young enough to still break into the team, and given Watkins' age. But yeah, my pick would have been, I would have gone for someone like maybe Tonali in your midfield, give you some bite.
See, I looked at it and I thought of a striker or some strikers. I thought of Isak. I thought of Tony. But then I remembered you bought Xerxes. So let's see what he can do. And right now you haven't got any. You haven't got this position. And I'll caveat what I'm saying with, I know what this guy can do. I'm not looking at exactly what he did last season in a team where they were really underperforming. But for me, Caicedo, I think he's just a really good DM. And I think he would suit Man United's team. Him and Mainu together would allow you guys to release Bruno and let Bruno do more of what he's best at in terms of attacking.
Going
Because,
forward,
because Caicedo playing at his best could be a really good partner for
I've got to
Kobe
be honest
Mainu.
with you. I'm not having 23-24 Casado. I'm sorry, bruv.
Yeah, a
Take
lot of
him back
people
to the
won't.
shop.
A lot of people
Take him
won't.
back to the shop.
But I caveat things with, I know what they can do, and yes, to be fair, Man United are in disarray as well, but not as much as Chelsea are.
Yeah.
Not as much as Chelsea are. So you're more stable than Chelsea. So he's potentially coming to a slightly more stable environment. Not wholly more stable, but a slightly more stable environment. And I don't know. I just believe in his ability. I believe in what he can do. Because the only other option would have been Anana. I think a DM is what you need. Caicedo
Yeah.
or Anana, but I prefer Caicedo over Anana. You probably don't.
I think
You probably Anana.
no, I agree with you. Believe it or not, I agree with you with that. So with talking about those two players in particularly, only because I feel like I've seen what Casado is capable of.
Mm.
I know what he can do. He didn't do that last season. We'll say it. You know, albeit he didn't do it last season, but he's got that in him. Someone that goes to the heights of 22, 23 when he was at Brighton and bossing it, and then doing what he done at Chelsea. You kind of say to yourself, all right, there has to be something outside of the player. Surely his performance can't drop so drastically, and there's no rationale behind it.
Yeah, bruv, he's young. You forget he's young. He's in a club that is just completely unstable. The guy that was supposed to be his partner, Fernandez, who's supposed to help him around, was awful. Was even worse than
Do you
he
rate
was.
Endo? I don't really rate him. I don't know what.
Enzo's good, but people think. I say this all the time. Stability is so important in a squad, and when you've got a different left back, a different centre back, a different right back, a different centre midfield partner, a different left winger. That's what Chelsea were doing. You don't know who you're playing with every week.
Yeah,
So
true.
at the same time, you can't play to your best if you don't know who you're playing with every week. So it's no coincidence. Towards the end of the season, Caicedo looked so much better when Chelsea got a stable team. And they started playing the same players every week. And all of a sudden, wow, Caicedo's found his form again. And at the same time, Enzo got injured. And they started playing Gallagher further back. And they played Caicedo and Gallagher together. And Caicedo looked better. So I know you're saying 23, 24 wasn't great. I would say more 23. Because after the cup final, the Carabao Cup final, Caicedo was a lot better. Even in the Carabao Cup final, I was there. He was good in that final. He was very rough because he took out two of our players, into one for 4 weeks and another one for 4 days or so. But after that Carabao Cup final, he played a lot better. But yeah, that'd be mine for Man United.
Okay. Well, can I just put this down as a caveat? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watkins had 13 assists on top of the goals he scored last season.
And no penalties. No penalties, no?
No penalties. The geezer was ruthless, bruv. So when you're talking about a goal for it, plus what he's bringing to the team itself, there's a lot to go in there. And his first season in Europe, he managed to bag himself 8 in 12. I mean,
yeah.
You got to look at those and say to yourself, all right, he wants to put... So if he can do that again for another season, he's not going to be at Villa unless Villa are doing stuff.
Yeah. He'll be my choice for you, but I don't want to pick the same guys as you guys. So
yeah, no,
I'll always pick someone different. So, Bevan, for your Arsenal team, who are you taking from elsewhere?
My Arsenal team, it's quite difficult because I thought we needed a midfielder. So I thought about someone to go into midfield. And then I thought about a left back, but we signed one, so I don't think we need one of them. So I went with a striker as well. And it was a toss-up between Ollie Watkins and Isak. And the difference I had with Isak is that he scored 21 goals, but only played 30 games. I know that he's got his injury record as well. But I mean, only three of them were pens. And in terms of the way that he plays, he can play. He can either drop into midfield to get the ball. He can play on the left. He can play on the right. He's got a little bit of jinky about him, and he can put the ball in the onion bag. So I went with Isak. I think if he was in our team, that would be the difference maker.
He's got a bit of Henry about him, hasn't he?
He has. Yeah.
He's got a bit of Henry about him.
Yeah, he has. I know the issue would be he's had injuries over the last 2 seasons and stuff like that. So that was something that I did consider, and I know that I did consider about the fact that Ollie Watkins had more assists than he did, but he still brings players. He still does bring the he would. I feel like he has the ability to bring the wingers into play, whether it be Saka and Martinelli or Trossard. I think him in that midfield. In the attack would be a different option to having either Kai Havertz or Jesus. And I think that he would get. He's proven that he will score more goals than Jesus, but still has enough trickery to get him the space to score goals as well. So, that's why I went with Isak.
That's a great shout though, because Isak he's an Arsenal type player for sure. as in, you know, the style that he plays and that. So I would
Yeah.
say he does suit Arsenal.
For yourself, who do you
All
take
right. Well, who would I
or
put in
add to
Arsenal
Arsenal?
squad?
Yeah, who do you add to Arsenal squad?
Yeah. Kind of following the same suit. Different player I've got in mind, but I believe all they were missing last season was a striker, to be honest. Jesus ain't good enough to... I mean, he's tried at City. He's tried at Arsenal. I just don't think he's good enough. And even though you're going to, you know, argue that Havertz is now your number 9 and you're going to need someone else that can really put the ball in the back of the net. I was going to say Edison Alvarez. It was Alvarez.
Oh, the same, bro. I had the same thought until today.
I was going to say the same. And I was going to say, is that a little bit... Am I cheating a little bit? Because he's just left City. So I said, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna be kind. I'll leave Alvarez, because even though I did say, I think I said it to you, Bev, last season, I said he would suit you massively, and he ain't getting game time at City, and obviously he's gone to West Ham to find his game time. But I think Morgan Gibbs-White
West Ham?
would suit us. No, he's gone West. And he gone? Where's Alvarez gone now? He's not at City no more.
No, he's gone.
No, he's going to Atletico.
Atletico, sorry, not
West
West
Ham, bro.
Like I said, West Ham paying 82 mil. Jeez.
Listen,
Yo,
listen,
David.
listen, I throw these clangers every now and again. Loudly. Yeah, I meant Atletico.
David's got
Atletico.
your books over there, bro.
But no, I think Morgan Gibbs-White would suit Arsenal, to be honest.
Is that your choice?
Yeah, why not? Right up your street.
Okay, no, that's not where I thought you were going, innit? Okay.
You're absolute charlatan.
What? He's what you need, bro.
You are a cheater, sir.
So where's he playing? What position is he playing?
He's playing right in the centre, number 9. That's where he's playing, right in the centre, number 9.
It's going to be Arsenal's centre forward.
Yeah, he scored more goals than Jesus last season. That's what you guys need, bruv.
Sabotage.
That's what you need.
This is sabotage. This is
What do you
sabotage.
mean?
If this is what you need to get you into the Champions League football, bruvs, then you go for it. You need. I tried to help your team. You get me?
So what? You don't think Morgan's going to bring nothing to your team?
No.
The goals to win him a title?
Yeah, the goals to win us a title. That's what we need. We need goals to win us a title.
All trolling aside, I think Isaac. There's no one else you can say outside of that. No one else. I allow you.
Are you sure? But no one else? But you picked Watkins as your guy. So why would you not be any good for Arsenal?
Because I don't actually want them to win nothing, do I?
Okay, fair enough. At least you're honest with it. Because I again looked at the same. It's either midfield or a striker, and I think Arsenal can get away with not adding a midfielder, although they're looking for one. Yeah. I thought of Bruno Guimaraes, and I think he'll be perfect for Arsenal. But what are Arsenal really lacking? And it's a centre forward. And I know you already picked Isak, so I went for the other guy, just someone that's a bit different for you guys, Ivan Toney. Honestly, Watkins and Isak are probably better fits.
Yeah,
but I'm looking at someone to give you a different dimension, and I think Ivan Toney gives you a different dimension.
Doesn't Havertz and Toney do the same kind of thing? Sorry to cut you, Jay.
No,
they're very similar because isn't Havertz meant to be the target man, realistically?
Yeah, but he's not as good a target man.
He's not as
good as Toney. But the problem with Toney is a lot of his goals are penalties, and Saka is taking penalties. So is he going to get there? Actually, I'm changing. You know what? It's Watkins. I'll choose Watkins because if Toney without the penalties, we don't know what he is yet. That's just the honest truth because he's so good at penalties, he's going to take them. Would he come to Arsenal and become Arsenal's penalty taker? If he does, then cool, you take Toney. But if Saka's keeping the penalties, then I'll say you need Watkins. So I think
open play goals, isn't it?
I don't see him coming to Arsenal to take penalties because he's got to oust both Saka and Odegaard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if someone's a G, someone's a G, though, innit? If someone's never missed, then he's never missed, innit? I think he's missed 1 or 2 in his life. But in the Premier League, he hasn't missed, I don't think.
Yeah,
think.
but I don't know. I don't seniority means I don't see him coming from Brentford and saying to them, man, yeah, listen, my guy, I'm taking penalties now. I don't
Okay,
see. I don't see them having that. Saka don't seem like
that's
that
fair.
type of player.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
he's
So yeah, for
hierarchy.
me,
There'd be
Watkins.
hierarchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, then it's Watkins. He's got the assists. He's got the style of play, and he's going to be hungry. That's another factor
Yeah.
you've got to add into it.
To prove
He's
himself.
going to be hungry to
Yeah.
prove himself. And I think he says an Arsenal fan as well, which often doesn't mean much in his day and age, but sometimes it does for certain players. Because we've got young Harvey Elliott at Liverpool, and it means a lot. Because he's a Liverpool fan, he works harder in as far as he's concerned. So it could be similar for Watkins.
Do you know what?
So,
Though?
yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know why I chose Isak over Watkins? And I went his age. Watkins is 28. Isak's 24.
It's true,
Yeah.
but I think you guys want to win. But you guys want to win now, innit? Your window's now.
Oh yeah,
true.
Because your window's now. To be fair, with potential of Man City either getting 115 or Pep leaving, your window might be a bit longer. But with your window being now this season, I didn't even think I didn't even look at his age. I just thought, you know what, who would help Arsenal win the title this season? And at the same time, knowing that you're picking Isak.
yeah.
I'm thinking Watkins as an alternative. So on to mine.
Can't matter either.
To be fair, Morgan Gibbs White is only 24. If you still want him, Bev, just saying.
He's a baller, bro. He's just not what they need. I like Gibbs White, but he's just not. He's not what they need. For me, as much as I'd love to have a striker, and I would love to have Isak as well, we need a DM. We get goals. We score enough goals. Goals is not our problem, really and truly. It's our defensive protection. I caveat this with that was under Klopp. So with Slot taking over, it's going to be different. But one thing I did notice over the preseason is we took 24 shots and scored 5 or 6, scored 6 goals, but we conceded 38 shots. So we still have the similar problem of our midfield is not protecting us enough, and that's because we don't have a defensive midfielder. So with that being said, I didn't want a complete destroyer like I used to under Klopp. So I went for Bruno Guimaraes because he's not a complete destroyer, but he's a baller as well. He can do both. He can pass. He's press resistant. I wanted Caicedo. Honestly, I wanted Caicedo, but Lamont changed my mind. I won't even lie. Lamont changed my mind, so I decided to go with Bruno Guimaraes because he'll fit in with the South Americans we've got there as well. Him and Alisson will bond. It'll be all good. And he's a baller, and I think he fits our puzzle. I think him and McAllister will be a perfect double pivot. Perfect double pivot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my guy.
I think he's up there for creating chances last season as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Guimaraes. So that's exactly what you need looking at Liverpool and what they do with the...
He puts his foot in as well. He's not scared to put his foot in. And
he's very press
need that.
resistant. Very press resistant as well, bruv. He can receive the ball under pressure and turn defence into attack so quickly. And, with the Gakpos and the Salahs up front, that is Nunes, whoever you got up there, and all of them are rapid. You'd be laughing if you managed to get him over the line. That would be amazing.
I would have loved Douglas Luiz, but he's gone to Juve. It's a shame. He's gone to Juve. So, Lamont, who would you add to Liverpool squad?
Yeah, I definitely looked at like the number 9 role because I thought to myself, I don't think they've really found a replacement for Firmino. Saying it, believe it or not, I feel like they're still struggling to find like a proper target man. And funny enough, you've named the target man that I looked at, Ivan Toney, for you boys, and then you think to yourself, really? I said, why not? When you got the likes of Salah, you got the likes of them boys that are always loving to run in behind. You got Jotas and the boys that like to run in from deep. He would lap that up. I don't think he'd get as much goals, but I definitely think he would provide a lot for you guys up front. But I think more importantly, you do need a centre mid, like a DM. I definitely could see that last season. Someone that's, like I said before, massively press resistant and can kind of turn midfield defensive duties into attack and a very quick transition. And he breaks the lines massively. So there's two names that I kind of threw out there. One was João Gomez, and the other one was Bruno Guimaraes. And obviously you chose Guimaraes. Yeah.
I like Gomez.
But I think I personally feel like Gomez would be the one that I would choose for Liverpool. Now, the reason why I say that, even though I did kind of really sell Bruno to you, I sold him to you because I thought really he would fit. To be honest to you, he would. I can comfortably say João Gomez now because I know Bruno's in the conversation. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but Gomez, mate, he's a pleasure to watch. And I have to refer to Klopp because I haven't really watched Liverpool's pre-season, so I can't really comment on how they've really massively changed in their kind of ethos. But I will say that, you know, João, he can play in any kind of system. High press, he can, you know, if you guys want to just keep the ball, he can do all of those things. And Liverpool like to pick someone that not everybody's looking at.
Yeah.
They do that very often. And he's young, yes, there you go. So I think Wolves, they'd be silly to let him go, but he's only going to be there one more season. He's going to be there after next season. No way. If he's still in the Prem, I'd be very surprised if someone don't pick him from the Big Four. We know who they are.
Listen, I'll take João Gomez. I won't even lie. He's, as I said to you when we were talking off air, he's on my list. But obviously, apparently, we've identified someone outside of the Premier League, according to Ornstein. So
that is funny stuff. That is funny stuff.
Some phantom player.
Trust me.
Is an apparition.
What? In terms of midfield, can I ask you guys a question? There's two midfielders that I looked at for Liverpool while I was looking at Liverpool. I just want to get your opinion on them. First one is Christian Nørgaard. What do you reckon?
I like him. He's underrated. He's a very good defensive midfielder. Very good defense, and he's a leader as well.
Consistent.
So it's one of those ones where fans would be like, "Why are we getting him?" But when you look at the body of work, I have no problem with it. Honestly, I have no problem with it. But I would prefer a more significant name. It could be
the step up though. Sometimes you get.
Yeah. Can he handle it?
It's different having to play. It's different having to play at Anfield and behind you every week. So
who's the second one?
Tielemans.
Nah, he's not mobile enough. No way near mobile.
You think he dropped off?
No, he never really has been. To be fair, I used to say Tielemans a couple of years ago, and one of my boys would always tell me, bro, he doesn't have the legs, and he doesn't. He's great on the ball. But he commits a lot of fouls because he doesn't have the legs, and that's not what you need in the top games. You need more than that. You need someone to actually win their battles, not commit a lot of fouls, because then you just lose. You're always under pressure because your team's always got the ball. So for me, he doesn't have the legs.
All right, I hear you.
Bevan, who would you add to Liverpool squad?
Well, as you've already been given a centre midfielder and a striker, I was going to go to the third place that you need a player. I'm not going to give you another centre midfielder. I don't think there's a point in me saying a centre midfielder when you've already got Bruno. I think we're arguing over apples and oranges here. So I went in with a left back, and I think that we should save Marc Cucurella from the debacle that is at Chelsea, and give him. He can be your left back.
That's actually not a bad shout. That is not a bad shout.
That's not a bad shout.
That is actually you cannot argue against that at all. No. To be honest,
I can't. Let's be honest with you.
Yeah, especially after the Europe.
Yeah. As you said about Caicedo, he's in a team that's a mess. He doesn't know. He don't know if he's playing every week. Is it between him, Chilwell, and
but boy, Chilwell. Yeah, Gusto. Chilwell is the vice captain. He didn't start a single preseason game. And he played Gusto.
Is he fit?
Yeah, he's fit. Yeah. Didn't start a preseason game. Gusto started the last game. and my man's not even back. Cucurella's not even back.
Back.
So you know he's gonna be first choice. So Chilwell better be
Yeah,
looking
straight.
for a new club, bro.
Yeah. It's curtains for Chilwell over there.
No,
It's curtains.
Cucurella,
They'll
that's
keep him for homegrown.
Do you know
They'll
what?
keep him for homegrown.
Just because, like, just thinking about the injuries that you had to both Tsimikas and Andy Robertson last season.
Thanks, Saka.
But funny enough, I think Robinson's over the hill now. I think he's kind of peaked. I don't think you're going to see much different from him. I do feel like you need someone else to come in there and just to kind of replace him so that he knows he either has to step it up or step one side. Because
we are linked. We are linked to a new left back.
I've heard
From Lanús.
Because make anybody step up.
Things I know, I get laughed at. I don't think Tsimikas is that bad because I only view him as a number 2. I don't look at him as someone who is a first choice left back. So for me, as a second choice left back, I think he's a good left back. But maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. I should be looking at it as he should be someone that's pushing Robertson. But you're right. Robertson's played so many minutes since he came to Liverpool. I think he's averaging over 2,000 minutes, if that's right, per season. That's probably wrong when I think about it, but it's something along those lines. And age is catching up. Playing that many games it's caught up to him now. So yeah, Cucurella is a very good shout.
Yeah. I think that's been the best out of the bunch. Looking at it, if I'm looking at even the Ollie Watkins call, I suppose he could probably go into any 3 of our sides, to be honest, and make a massive difference on his last season's performance, by the way, form. But Cucurella is a great call for Liverpool. Because
he wasn't great last season, but you know how good he can. Cucurella.
He wasn't.
Yeah,
but you know
what he can do. Yeah,
he's
what he can do.
Better than Caicedo, though. He's better than Caicedo over the course of the season. To be honest,
I don't know about that. He only came in towards the end. He didn't play that many games, really.
But Caicedo played the whole season, and he only really came in towards the end as well, bruv. He only started playing after January.
I guess so.
And he played the whole season.
I guess so.
Wait,
I think this is apples and oranges flex.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I know. Daryl and Leon ain't here. This is a spanner in the works.
Tottenham?
Who would you give to the Spuds?
Oh, 100%. For me, it's got to be a striker for Tottenham.
Yeah.
So I would give them Isak. I haven't picked Isak in any of my teams yet. I would give them Isak.
I would say Ivan.
I'd
say Ivan.
I was going to give them Ivan too.
Was you?
Yeah.
I don't think Ollie would suit their kind of, he is Jermaine Defoe-esque. He's that ilk, if you like, yeah. Kind of like running in behind, likes the channels, and likes, he likes to pop his shots off. But I feel like Ivan would suit them.
Do you think so? I think he would suit their play. It's a lot of movement. Tottenham is about a lot of movement, and he's always on the go. He can pop up left or right. He can stay central.
I think even Ivan or Ollie, to be fair, in that case.
Well, it's going to be
Isak.
Yeah, Isak.
I definitely think Isak, man. I think they need a number 10 though. I don't think Maddison's going to do it for them next season. I don't know, mate.
Don't you think Solanke could do a job for them?
Yeah, he's an option for them. He is an option for them. But I think Bournemouth are looking for 60 million, and Tottenham aren't looking to spend 60 million on him.
No, they're not going to get that.
No.
To be fair, any of those 3 would improve Tottenham. Solanke, Isak, Tony, or 4, Watkins. Any of those 4 would improve Tottenham. Take up to another level because I'm not really rating Richarlison. Yeah, not even Richarlison. Then Richard. not really rating Richard.
Man took the son of his name.
It's Richard Arlison.
Exactly. So no, he's not the one. Okay. Well, it's been good, guys. So we've taken the players that we want from each team, and I think, in honesty, we've made each team stronger, in my opinion. So that's fair.
Some have made some other teams stronger than others, though, haven't they?
Boy,
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
At least he moved away from choosing that guy. But yeah, bro. But I've realized I don't normally thank you guys for your time, so I need to be more respectful. So thank you for your time, you two.
You obviously heard from HR then. Well done.
Yeah. all that complaint list.
No, I appreciate your time as well, Jay.
I appreciate the invite. Thanks.
All right, take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Bless up.
Peace.